Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Monday, April 27th. On today's show, we'll take you back to last week's variety show and present some memorable moments for you to relive. And Herb Sklar will tell us about his fascinating academy class on phone photography. But first, we want to remind you about the free vein screening and presentation on venous insufficiency taking place tomorrow afternoon. Dr. Joseph Magnant of Vein Specialist of Fort Myers will speak in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands about the vein disease and the latest treatment that they can provide. The presentation and screening begins at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Also tomorrow, there will be a library book talk in the Social Center. Linda Forsey of Parkwood will review the book entitled The Bully Pulpit by Doris Kearns Goodwin. Chosen as one of 2014's best books of the year, this tandem biography is built around two relationships. One between Presidents Roosevelt and Taft, lifelong friends and reformist comrades until the partnership ruptured. The other between power and the press. Refreshments and discussion on this riveting book will follow the review. The book talk starts at 2:15 at the Social Center. Well, if hearing about a book with historical figures isn't music to your ears, then perhaps the Southwest Florida Handbell Ensemble will be. On Tuesday, the renowned 15-person ensemble will perform a collection of spiritual hymns. It will be a one-of-a-kind experience in the Social Center at 6:45. On Wednesday, you'll have the opportunity to fill your artistic soul and your belly. The Flavors of Matlacha Island Tour will depart from the island courts at 8 a.m. for a delightful historical, public art and ecological, and tasting adventure. Matlacha's salty past with signature tastes of a cracker-style fishing village, now turned artist colony, will certainly be a delight for all. Lunch at the Matlacha Old Fishing House Marina and the sweets of the CW Fudge Factory are just too tempting to pass up. The cost of the trip is $22 with lunch on your own. The approximate return time will be 2 p.m. You know, one of the activities that often accompanies outings like this is that of picture taking. And the way technology has advanced, it's easier than ever. Why, you don't even need a camera. Just take your cell phone, point and shoot. It's that simple. But if you want to take really good pictures with your phone, then consider Herb Sklar's class next week on phone photography. Terry Koleth has more.
Hello, I'm Terry Koleth, and I'm here today with Herb Sklar of Eagles Preserve, and it's always a pleasure to show you the latest thing Herb Sklar is thinking about that helps us enjoy art at Shell Point. Thanks for joining me, Herb.
You're welcome.
Today we're going to talk about something that's been right under our nose, and it's phone photography. We all have these phones that have cameras in them, and I love your two ideas for this semester. First, the lecture. Let's talk about the lecture, The Aesthetics of Phone Photography, on Monday, May 4th.
Okay. The first thing, the best camera that you have is the one you have with you. If you don't have a camera, you know, and everybody has a camera with a phone. It's getting to the point practically everybody does.
Very popular.
So now we just want to teach you how to get the very best pictures from that phone, and that is getting better because of the apps that have been developed. At one point, maybe even a year ago, I wouldn't even think of wanting to teach this because it wasn't worth it, but now it is. The apps that are coming out are just incredible, even to the point now you can get a camera. You don't even have to use the native camera that's in your phone. You can actually purchase what they call a camera for $3 or $4 that can do so much more. So it's getting better and better. And I just read an article a couple of weeks ago. Apple bought a company for $20 million that makes miniaturized cameras. And these little cameras will be put into the phone, and they can duplicate what a real DSLR does.
Amazing. It's amazing. And you did point out that you're talking about Apple, but this works for both Android and Apple product
absolutely.
phones.
Whatever platform you have, everything we talk about will work for either one. And most of the apps that you can get are in either platform, but somewhere in the middle of this talk, I will go through the basics of good photography, because the basics still have to be there. Good lighting, good composition.
That's what I love about this, the aesthetics of film photography. We haven't really, because of technology just catching up to being beautiful photos.
Right.
We haven't really thought that much about it. It was just capture it, you know, while you can, because your phone's right with you, like you say. But you're going to show us examples that will really inspire us.
Well, and there are a couple of residents who are ahead of me already. I don't know if you're aware of it, but at least two pictures. One of them was a blue ribbon winner in the show that we just had, was taken with a phone.
Wonderful.
So it's getting so popular, and I think we just have to learn how to take better pictures with it.
It's fabulous. So you're going to show us lots and lots, maybe over 100 photographs that have been taken with a phone camera to inspire us, and you'll show us what's good and what's bad about them.
Right, and we'll do a little bit of the basics of good photography in the middle, and we'll kind of prepare everybody if they want to go to the workshop.
Now, the workshop, we'll talk about in another interview, but the workshop is when you can really hunker down with Herb Sklar and get some details.
That's a hands-on.
That's a hands-on. Okay, well, this is wonderful for Monday, May 4th. I do hope you consider coming, if nothing else, even if you're not interested in taking photos with your camera yet, come and see what can be done with a phone camera. And Herb Sklar's lecturing.
Last Tuesday was another memorable picture-worthy event. Whether you were able to attend the annual Shell Point Variety Show or not, you'll enjoy this next segment. Larry and Marge Fose have become an institution at the annual variety show. Well, they haven't missed a year for the last 7 that I've been around. We're going to hear their selection from last week, and then another song from Rosemont resident Jacquie Boyce. All introduced, of course, by our squabbling sibling hosts, Daisy and Morty.
Hey, Morty. I just like so many things about summer. You know, the sand and the sun and the beach and the boys. How about you?
I think I'd like for it to be over. How about you?
What can we do that you might like? I'd like to get a milkshake. How about you?
I'm lactose intolerant. How about you?
Man, he's a tough one. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry and Marge Fose singing How About You?
When a girl meets boy, life can be a joy.
But the note they end on will depend on little pleasures they will share. So let us
compare.
I like New York in June. How about you?
I like a Gershwin tune. How about you?
I love a fireside when a storm is due.
I like potato chips, moonlight, and motor trips. How about you?
Let me get my hat. I'm mad about good books. Can't get my fill.
And Franklin Roosevelt's looks give me a thrill.
Holding hands in the movie show when all the lights are low may not be new, but I like it.
How about you? I love to dream of fame. Maybe I'll shine.
I'd love to see your name right beside mine.
I love a baseball game played beneath the lights.
I love the Pirates, find them my favorite 9, daytime or night.
I like Jack Benny's jokes.
To a degree. I like the common folk.
That includes me.
This whole world's in a sorry way. That's what the papers say. It may be true,
but long as those stars still shine,
long as your love is mine,
I like it fine.
How about you?
Long as you kiss so well,
long as you cast that spell,
I think it's swell.
How about you? Long as the birds still mate, may we reiterate, we think it's great. How about you?
Oh, I do wish someday a boy would come and whisk me off my feet and take me dancing without that pesky brother of mine around. We would just dance the whole night away. I can just picture it under the stars. He'd be tall and handsome, dark hair and dark eyes. Oh, I can just imagine the dancing. Oh, hi, Mystery Snowman. For me? Well, thank you. This is actually a very beautiful rose. Well, I guess I'll get what I can take. I'll take what I can get. He is a snowman, after all.
And now Jackie Boyce will sing The Last Rose of Summer.
gems drop away when truths lie withered on fragments of so soon inhabit this deep world alone. Inhabit this deep world
You know, that one guy in the straw hat looked a little familiar. Oh, but no family relation, I assure you. And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections, right after this important Listening to the Words preview from David Howenstein.
This week's Listening to the Words program begins with a story about the decline of one of Hollywood's most famous actresses. Singer-actress Joan Marshall plays Rita Hayworth in this moving dialogue. You'll also hear a colorful ode to the American cowboy, written by a regular contributor to Listening to the Words. Also hear a probing discussion of the inscrutable cat. Then it's time for you to meet two unrelated Englishmen who are mistaken for each other over and over again. Closing out this week's show are two pieces discovered by residents of Shell Point, a delightful one about Thomas Jefferson, and an 1880 letter written by the grandfather of one of my Cameo Court neighbors. This is David Howenstein, inviting you to listen to this 188th edition of Listening to the Words, aired twice each hour, all day, every day this week on Shell Point's Channel 12. Those who don't have Shell Point Channel 12 on their TV menu can listen to all my programs online at www.shellpoint.net/listening.
Hello and welcome to the Happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Caitlin Vanscoy and this is Bev Chanley, and we're going to let you know all the activities happening today. We're going to start bright and early at 8 o'clock with men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. And beach day is today, and we leave at 8:30. 8:30 Island pickups, 8:40 Woodlands, and 8:50 Eagles Preserve and Estuary. You do need to sign up for that. We have virtual bowling at 8:45 in the Resident Activity Center. And the Find Mark Bank Shredding event will be at 9 o'clock in the Village Church, and it'll end at 10:30. At 9:15, we have billiards being played in the Resident Activity Center. And at 9:15, the Lollygaggers paddlers will be heading out for their weekly outing, and that they leave from the kayak storage. At 9:15, we have pottery with instruction available in the Pottery Studio. And at 10 a.m., we have men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. At 10 o'clock, the Suzy Q heads out to Matanzas on the Bay, and you do need to sign up for that. We have a special cooking class with Dee Dee and Ruth at 10:30 at the second floor country kitchen of the Arbor, and that's currently full. At 10:30, we have Disciple Men's Bible Study Group in the game room of the Woodlands. And at 10:45, we have table tennis in the Tarpon room. 11:30, there's a Health Connections class, Bare Basics Session A in the Health Club, and that's currently full. And then we move to the afternoon for Mahjong at 12 o'clock in the Sable room of the Woodlands. And at 1:15, we have advanced table tennis in the Tarpon room. At 1:15, Samba the card game will be played at the Resident Activity Center. And from 1:30 to 3:30 today, the model train room will be open for complimentary tours and viewing. That's down in the Island Tunnel. At 1:45, we have a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1, Session A in the Health Club, and that's currently full. The BDIB Club will be in the Oak Room of the Woodlands at 2 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, another Health Connections class, Pilates Stretch in the Health Club. Another Health Connections class following that at 3:30 is Aqua Agility and Conditioning at the Life Quest Aquatic Center. 4 o'clock's the time for pickleball, the pickleball courts. And we have the singles table available at the Crystal at 5:30, and that's at the Crystal Dining Room. 6:30 is duplicate bridge in the game room of the Woodlands. And Monday night's the time for movie night at 6:45, Captain's Courageous, a 1937 film, and that'll be in the Social Center. Our last Monday activity is square dancing at 7 o'clock, and that's in the Health Club, and it's currently full. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for Monday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is braised beef with au gratin potatoes and asparagus. The dinner special is the Old Home Cooking Night for $11.95, and the soup of the day is tomato. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a tuna melt with coleslaw for $7.25. The dinner special is almond tilapia with coconut rice and mixed vegetables for $8.25. And the Palm Grill is closed on Mondays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
And my name is Don Steenhoek, and I'm the chaplain for the employees. And I'm here with Janice Quinlan, who is our missionary in residence this year. And Janice, you've completed, what, 8 months now?
Yes, yes.
And how's it going?
Oh, I've been really enjoying my year.
Well, that's good. So what do you think you've learned here at Shell Point?
Well, the opportunity to have people who are older and wiser speak into my life has been valuable. There's some really great people here that have taken time with me, spent time, and I think I've really enjoyed and learned so much from being with them.
Wow. I know you have a lot of relationships with a lot of the residents, and I know that they really appreciate you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate them
as a
too.
friend and as a companion.
Thank you.
And your time here will be coming to an end at the end of July or so?
Yes. I plan to return to Thailand around the 30th of July.
Okay. Well, blessings when you return, and you will be missed when you leave.
Thank you. So Don, tell me a little bit about your job, because I hear that you're going to be retiring. So tell me a little bit about the position of employee chaplain.
Well, you're absolutely right. I'm retiring at the end of this month. April 30 will be my last day. And I've been here a little bit over 8 years, and it's been a wonderful time of providing ministry to the employees. The position basically responds to employee needs, whether it's a physical need or an emotional need or a relationship need, legal issue, financial issue. The general principle is whatever is a concern to the employee is a concern that they can share with me. And I try to help them as best I can and refer them to local resources which are available to them, and to help them walk through the valley to get to the light on the other side. One of the programs that has been very beneficial to the employees is that the benevolent program at the Village Church has created the opportunity for me to give a $50 food card and a $50 gas card to employees that have a special financial need. We have employees that live paycheck to paycheck, and I can remember a time in my life when I had to do that. And for those employees, a trip to the emergency room with a child might result in a medication bill of $100 or more, and that puts crimp in their budget, and in some case makes it impossible for them to have the gas to come to work. And the very generous program through the church, I'm able to give a $50 food card and a $50 gas card. And one of my concerns was that when I retire at the end of April, who would take over that program? And Janice, I'm so thankful that you volunteered to administer that program until you leave at the end of July.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to get to know some of the employees as well. Most of my contacts have been with the residents these 8 months, but very happy to do that.
Well, it certainly is a blessing to the employees to know that there's a safety net, that they can reach out and receive the assistance that they need. And in some cases, it is literally funding their ability to come to work so that they can earn a paycheck, so that they have gas in their car. As you may know, some of our employees who need the help the most are also the ones that live the farthest away in Lehigh and other places. And some of them drive cars that are not fuel efficient. And it's very nice now that the price of gas has dropped. But when it was $4 a gallon, some of them would have to work an hour just to pay for the fuel to get to their job. So blessings on you as you continue that
And
program.
you too, Don, as you retire. Blessings on you.
Yeah, our retirement has changed considerably with the relocation of our daughter and son-in-law and 2 grandsons. Our daughter Jen works for Lee Memorial, and they recently purchased a home in our subdivision so that our 2 precious grandsons will be living about a half mile from where we live in a gated community and be able to ride their bikes to Grandpa and Grandma's house. So we are expecting during the summer at least the doorbell to ring every afternoon around 3 o'clock asking for cookies or something like that.
How precious is that?
That is so precious.
Yeah.
So
Blessings on you
thank
as
you.
you retire.
It's been a privilege to be here. And thank you for being willing to volunteer and step in the gap and administer this program for the employees. That'll be such a blessing to them. And this is Don Steenhoek with Village Church Connections. May you have a blessed day.
Well, thanks for joining us on today's program. Watch tomorrow as we'll look at another Academy class of artistry, this time about paper sculpture. And we'll see another clip from last week's Summer Memories variety show. Until then, I'm Dan Filgreen, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.